Hello and welcome to today's episode on part 1 of Understanding the Customer and Competition, Business Markets and Business Buyer Behavior. My name is Rayyan Zahoor and the subject expert is Dr. Arshia Hussain, PhD in Human Resource Management and teaching in the Department of Commerce and Business Studies, Jamia Millia Islamia, New Delhi. The business market is extremely large. The fact is that business markets are involved in a lot more financial transactions and product items than consumer markets. Let us take the example of Bridgestone tires. There are many suppliers who sell their products to Bridgestone like rubber, steel and other things. It needs to produce tires. Bridgestone sells the manufactured tires to retailers who sell those to consumers. Bridgestone also sells their tires to original equipment manufacturers or OEMs who install those tires on the vehicles they manufacture. In this example, we can see that business purchases are several times for only one purchase from the consumer. What are business markets? Business markets are a process where organizations sell their products and services to other organizations. These products and services are either used as raw material while manufacturing other products or they are resold. Sometimes organizations resell the product after adding value to it and sometimes just the way they are. Characteristics of a business market. A business market is similar in certain ways to a consumer market. Both include people who buy products and services and make buying decisions to satisfy specific needs. However, they have many important differences. The three major differences are market structure and demand, nature of the buying unit, and the type of decision and the decision process. We will discuss these in detail. Market structure and demand. The business marketer generally deals with much lesser buyers, but they are much larger as compared to a consumer marketer. Let us take the example of Bridgestone again. When they sell tires to consumers, their potential market includes the owners of cars, motorcycles and commercial vehicles currently being used all over the world. However, their business depends on large OEMs. Only a few buyers account for a majority of their sales. Business markets are generally more concentrated in terms of geography. In different countries, business buyers are located in a few regions and not scattered throughout the country. The demand in a lot of business markets is not elastic. Changes in the price of business products does not affect the total demand of that product, especially over a short duration. Price change could make a difference when it is significant and over a long period of time. The demand in business markets fluctuates much more. The demand for several business products and services changes more quickly than the demand in consumer markets. A small increase in consumer demand can cause a multiple times increase in business demand. Nature of the buying unit. A business purchase would involve a more professional purchasing effort. Buying by a business is done by purchasing agents who are trained to buy. Since it is their job to buy, they do it throughout their working lives and get better at it and are very effective for their organization. Usually when a purchase is done, there are more than one buyer and they work as a team. When a purchase is complex, it is expected that there will be several buyers and all of them will take part in the decision making process. When an organization is in the process of buying a major product, the buying committee would often include technical experts as well as members from the senior leadership. This makes it essential for business marketers to include well-trained salesperson so they can handle the well-trained buyers effectively. Types of decisions and the decision process. Business buyers generally face more complex buying decisions as compared to consumer buyers and their purchases are of large amounts of money. Purchases often involve complex economic and technical considerations and include interactions between several people at different levels of the organization. Business buyers generally take longer to decide since the purchases are far more complex. For example, if a large organization wanted to buy a new enterprise resource planning system or an ERP, it could take them several months to evaluate the available products and assess the best fit. In some cases, it could take more than a year. It involves a large amount of money, technical inputs from all departments, and several people from senior leadership to junior level users. The business buying process is usually more formal than the consumer buying process. Large business purchases tend to require detailed specifications for the product, careful supplier evaluations, written purchase orders, and formal approvals. Some organizations have a policy manual that describes the purchase process in detail. In the buying process, it is common for buyers and sellers to be dependent on each other. In a consumer market, the seller is generally at a distance from its buyer. In a business market, the seller usually works quite closely with its customers during the entire buying process, which could even be several years. In some cases, a business marketer helps their buyer right from the stage of identifying and defining their problem till finding solutions for them and also providing after-sales support. Business marketers often customize their products based on specific customer requirements. It is important for business marketers to build a good working relationship with their customers. Business marketers assist their customers to effectively meet their own customers' demand by meeting their current requirements. Business buyer behavior, marketing, and other stimuli have an impact on buying organizations and induce several responses from the buyer. Marketers want to understand the way in which business buyers will respond to different types of marketing stimuli. As observed with consumer buying, marketing stimuli too includes the 4 P's for business buying: product, price, place, and promotion. There are other stimuli as well that consist of external forces in the environment, which are economic, political, technological, cultural, and competitive. The 4 P's and the external environment put together influence the organization and lead to a buyer response in regard to choosing a product or service. Choice among suppliers, order quantities, and the terms related to service, delivery, and payment. A marketer must understand what goes on inside an organization in order to design effective marketing mix strategies and convert stimuli into purchases. The buying activities inside an organization consist of 2 important parts. 1. The buying center, which includes all the people involved in the buying decision, and 2. The buying decision process. The buying activities are influenced by several factors that include internal organization, individual, interpersonal, and external environment. Major types of buying situations. Patrick Robinson, Charles Farris, and Yoram Wind, in their book Industrial Buying Behavior and Creative Marketing, break down buying situations of a business into 3 major types: straight rebuy, which is a regular routine decision; modified rebuy, which requires some amount of research; and new tasks, which require thorough research. Straight rebuy. In this situation, a buyer is going to purchase a product that he has bought earlier as well, and a need for the same product has risen again. The product is reordered without any modification. It is a routine buy and the purchasing department takes care of it. They select a supplier from a pre-existing list of suppliers based on their past experiences. The preferred supplier tries to maintain the quality of goods and services. They try to get the buyers to start using an automatic reordering system to streamline the process and save time for the purchasing department. The other suppliers offer something else along with the product or highlight the positive points of buying from them. They try hard to get an opening even if it is for a small order, with the objective of increasing the order size over a period of time. Modified rebuy. In this situation, the buyer wants to change or modify some parts of the purchase. It could be product specifications or terms of purchase or the supplier itself. The modified rebuy generally has more participants in the decision process as compared to a straight buy. The existing suppliers will do everything they can to maintain their account. The other suppliers will see this situation as an opportunity and will make better offers in an attempt to close the deal with a new business. New tasks. In this situation, the buying organization is going to purchase a product for the first time. In such cases, the costs and risks could be large, and this has a direct impact on the number of decision participants and their efforts to gather information. For a business marketer, a situation like this comes as a greatest opportunity as well as a challenge. He tries to reach out to the maximum number of key buying influences and also provides help and information to them. The buyer needs to make decisions on product specifications, price limits, suppliers, order quantities and terms of payment, delivery and service. The order in which these decisions are taken varies and depends on the situation. Different decision makers have an influence on every choice. Many business buyers favor a packaged solution from a single seller. This is called systems buying and essentially means that instead of buying different components from different sellers and putting them together, the buyer invites bids from suppliers who would supply all the components and put them together as well. System selling is a good strategy for business marketers and helps them in acquiring new accounts and holding them too. Business buyers often give the contract to the organization that provides them with the most complete system and meets all their needs. For example, if a government of a country wanted to build an interstate bus depot in a particular region, they would invite proposals from different organizations. Company A sends a proposal that includes choosing a site, designing the bus depot, hiring the crew for its construction, assembling the equipment and material, and handing over the completed bus depot to the government. Company B submits a proposal that includes all the services provided by Company A. Additionally, they will hire and train employees to run the bus depot, supply tow trucks, and provide a maintenance service for the entire fleet of buses. Company B is more likely to get the contract despite being more expensive than Company A. Participants in the business buying process. Buying organizations have a time for decision making while performing the process of buying. It is called the buying center and includes individuals and units that are involved in the decision making process. Frederick Webster and Yoram Wind, in their book Organizational Buying Behavior, write that the buying center includes several participants from the buying organization. All these participants play any of the 5 roles in the decision making process for buying, which are users. These are individuals who belong to the organization and they use the product or service that needs to be purchased. Often it is the users who start the buying proposal. They also help in defining the product specifications. Influencers. These are individuals who help in defining product specifications in many cases. They also collect information about other alternatives so that each alternative can be evaluated. Technical experts, due to their skills, become important influencers. Buyers. These are members of the organization who have the final authority for selecting the supplier. They negotiate the terms and conditions for the purchase as well. Buyers could help in defining product specifications. However, their primary role is to select suppliers and negotiate terms with them. In purchases that are complex, buyers could be senior officers participating in the negotiations. Deciders. They have the authority to approve or reject the final supplier suggested by the buyers. In situations of straight rebuy, the buyers are mostly deciders too, gatekeepers. These are individuals who control the flow of information and decide what information needs to be shared with whom. Purchasing agents, for example, in many cases are authorized to stop sales agents from meeting users or deciders. Technical experts sometimes act as gatekeepers, and sometimes personal secretaries adopt that role too. Buying organizations do not have the buying center as a separate unit or a formally identified unit. It consists of individuals who otherwise perform other roles in the organization and are given buying roles for specific purchases. The individuals selected to be a part of the buying center could be different for different purchases. The size and structure of the buying center changes for different products and also for different buying situations within the same organization. For several routine purchases, a single individual or a purchasing agent could be responsible for all the roles of a buying center and have the authority to take all the decisions on his own. For purchases that are more complex, the buying center could include 25 or 30 or even more individuals from various levels and different departments within the organization. Business marketers around the world face different levels of influence from buying centers. For example, the buying decision process is more elaborate and complex, involving a higher number of individuals in France, Sweden, and Southeast Asia as compared to the US. Sweden is one of the countries with the highest team buying effort, while United States has one of the lowest. This is despite the fact that organizations in Sweden and US have very similar demographics. Melvin R. Matson and Ismail Salshi Sangari, in their article Decision Making in Purchases of Equipment and Materials, a 4-country comparison, write that Swedish organizations, while making buying decisions, depended heavily on the technical staff, not only from their own team but also from the supplier's team. The idea of a buying center leads to a serious challenge for marketing. The business marketers need to learn about the participants in the decision making process and the influence each participant has on the outcome. They need to understand the criteria for decision making that every participant follows. Let us take the example of a large organization that provides healthcare products and services to various hospitals and nursing homes. It wants to sell surgical masks to a large hospital and has identified the assistant vice president of purchasing as the key personnel involved in the decision process. The administrator of the operating room and the surgeons are important participants in the decision making as well. Every participant has a different role to play. The assistant vice president of purchasing will analyze if the hospital should buy reusable masks or disposable ones. If the analysis suggests disposable masks, then the administrator of the operating room will compare competing products. The administrator will also look at the costs, its quality, size and comfort, and finally approve the brand that meets the requirements and can be purchased at the lowest cost. After using the masks, the surgeon and other users will express their satisfaction or dissatisfaction with it. This will influence future purchases for these masks. The buying center generally consists of some obvious participants who are formally included in the buying decision. An example of this is when an organization wants to buy a corporate jet. The buying center will include the CEO of the organization, the pilot, a participant from the legal team, a purchasing agent, one or more participants from senior leadership, and other participants who are formally given charge to be a part of the buying decision. The buying center could also include some participants who do not seem obvious and are informally engaged in the buying process. Some of these participants could have a strong influence over the buying decision. Sometimes participants in the buying center might not be aware of how many participants are included in it and the identities of all of them. In the example of buying a corporate jet, the decision could be made by a board member who has a keen interest in aircrafts and has in-depth knowledge about them. The board member could be doing his own research and legwork, and most other participants in the buying center would not be aware of this. However, he will have a strong influence on the final decision on which brand to purchase. A lot of buying decisions are a result of complicated and intricate interactions of changing buying center participants. Summary: business markets are a process where organizations sell their products and services to other organizations. These products and services are either used as raw material while manufacturing other products, or they are resold. Sometimes organizations resell the product after adding value to it, and sometimes just the way they are. The business market is extremely large. The fact is that business markets are involved in many more financial transactions and product items than consumer markets. A business market is similar to a consumer market. However, they have many important differences. The three major differences are market structure and demand, nature of the buying unit, and the type of decision and the decision process. Marketing and other stimuli have an impact on buying organizations and induce several responses from the buyer. Marketers want to understand the way in which business buyers will respond to different types of marketing stimuli. There are three major types of business buying situations: straight rebuy, which is a regular routine decision; modified rebuy, which requires some amount of research; and new tasks, which require thorough research. Buying organizations have a unit for decision making while performing the process of buying. It is called the buying center and includes individuals and units that are involved in the decision making process. All the participants play any of the 5 roles in the decision making process for buying, which are users, influencers, buyers, deciders, and gatekeepers. Buying organizations do not have the buying center as a separate unit or a formally identified unit. It consists of individuals who otherwise perform other roles in the organization and are given buying roles for specific purchases. This is all we have for part 1 of understanding the customer and competition, business markets, and business buyer behavior. Hope the session was informative. We will meet again in the next episode with part 2. Till then, take care and goodbye.